just wanted to pick up a few things I said last week, because there was good news and there was not so good news. And then I wanted to talk about fourth suit forcing. This has come up a few times, and people think that their partner's bidding the fourth suit for real. So I just want to go over that as well. Anyway, looking at last week's boards, as I said, there was some good news and there was not so good news. Now, the lesson last week, if you were here, which most of you were, I talked about the openers rebid, okay, that when they rebid, they're showing their shape, 5 and 4, and they're showing their strength as well, under or over the barrier. And then I talked about the rule of 14, where if you haven't got 10 points, if you've got the rule of 14, you may be able to respond at the 2 level. And then I did say that it wasn't always a game, and that there are times where you should just stop bidding and settle in a heart game. So board 1, I only looked at board 1. And first of all, the good news was that the opener opened a heart, and this was the responder's hand. Now, they've only got 8 points, but they've got an awful lot of clubs. So I'm happy to say that people thought, shall we do the rule of 14, seeing as I'd only just said so. They've got 8 high card points, and then you count the number of cards in your longest suit. So they've got 7 clubs, comes to 15. Yes, it comes to over 14, and they can all, you can respond at the 2 level. And every single one of you bid the 2 clubs back. Okay, so it went 1 heart, and the responder bid 2 clubs. I was so thrilled. Okay. Now then, the opener's rebid shows 1 more of the first suit bid, because sometimes I say 5 and 4, but it could be 6 and 4, do you know what I mean, or 6 and 5. And it also shows the strength, whether you're 16 or more over the barrier, or whether you've got 12 to 15. Now, this was the opener's hand on that hand one I've just shown you there. And so this is why I said they opened the heart, because they have to open their longest suit, okay? And they should plan to rebid 2 diamonds, which is showing 5 hearts, 4 diamonds, and under the barrier, okay? They're under their barrier. If they open a heart, their barrier is 2 hearts. By bidding 2 diamonds, they are under their barrier, okay? This was the opening hand on board 1, which we've just talked about, but instead of showing the diamonds on their rebid, everybody rebid their hearts, okay? They rebid their hearts. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't show their diamonds, because they could do their diamonds under the barrier. But it is important to show your second suit if you can, because you might be, if you can't find a fit, you might be talking about no trumps, which is what we're saying about 4th suit forcing later on today. And then you need to know what is exactly in your partner's hand. So by rebidding hearts here, they're saying I haven't got another 4-card suit, all right? Rebidding hearts means, you know, that's my longer suit and I haven't got a 4-card suit. So last week, I also explained that whilst we like to be in game, we've got 25 points between us, we don't always have the points. And you might have to settle for a part game and not carry on bidding your hand. If you haven't got something that fits your partner, what you tend to do is keep on saying, well, I've also got this and I've also got that. And of course, sometimes if it's not going to be a game, there's absolutely no point in you carrying on. So staying with board 1, all right, these were the 2 hands. So North opened the heart, which is we just talked about. South does the 2 clubs, which was the rule of 14. And what North should have done was bid the 2 diamonds, all right, to show the 2 diamonds. Now South, okay, showing their barrier. South should say there is no chance of a game here, okay? They're under their barrier. It's no good thinking they've got 15. You have to think they've got 12. And so 12 and 8, we are not going to be in a game. I'm going to choose the best suit, and I'm going to choose the suit that we've got the most of, okay? And only because anything else wouldn't be good anyway. So the actual contract should have been 2 hearts by North. That should have been the contract. You put them into their first suit. All right. There was only one couple in the correct contract. There was 3 no trumps. There was 3 going off, 2 no trumps, 3 no trumps. And the reason was instead of choosing the suit, the responder carried on bidding, and they bid 2 no trumps, and then they went to, they kept on bidding, okay? This here, 3 no trumps, is a very good result for them, but I'm afraid it is a real freak result, okay? A, they shouldn't be in it, but B, they definitely shouldn't have made it. So the point is they were allowed to make it by the defense, and there's no way they make it because this is double dummy for this hand. The most you can make is 2 hearts. You can make 3 clubs, but you can make 2 hearts, which is what the optimum contract was, and that's where you should have been. So this person here, 2 + 1, is the best contract. So these people here kept on bidding. You can't keep on bidding. So also last week, I thought I was clear about the opener's rebid, but having looked at what you did, I don't think I was. So I do feel I need to explain that again. When you rebid, you show 1 more of the first suit, okay? But the second suit must have at least 4 cards. And I thought it was, I've never noticed this before. So I usually write 5+ and 4+, because obviously you can have more, or sometimes just say 5 and 4, but of course it could be more. But have a look at boards 4 and 8 last week, all right? Because the opener rebid their second suit. I think because I've been saying about rebidding the second suit, they rebid it, but they only had 3 cards in their second suit. So here are their hands. This is board 4. The opener opens 1 club because that's their longest suit. Okay, they've got 16 points. The responder bid back a heart, which is quite right. They never deny a 4-card major. So opener has to rebid again. They rebid their diamonds. This is what happened in real life. What they've said there is I've got at least 5 clubs and I've got 4 diamonds. You haven't got 4 diamonds. You cannot show a second suit. So what you have to do, unfortunately, is just rebid your clubs to say I've got more clubs. Now, because you're over the barrier, you need to bid 3 clubs because you need to tell your partner that A, I've got long clubs, and B, I've got 16 or more points. So they need to know that to see whether there's going to be a game or not. All right, to show over the barrier. And then board 8 had 19 points. So the opener opened 1 club again because it's their longest suit. They had a response of 1 spade. They can't do the losing trick count because they've only got 2 spades, and the responders may only have 4. So they need to show their points now, okay? And what happened in real life is that the opener rebid out. Everybody did the same. They rebid the hearts, thinking, I think, that they were showing 1 more of these, but they only have 3, okay? So maybe I didn't make it clear that you should really have at least 4 in the second suit, okay? Do you know what the rebid should have been?
Yeah, 3 no trumps. No trumps.
How many? 3 no trumps, okay. It is no good you bidding 2 no trumps here because you want to see what the opener's doing. You have the responders doing. You need to tell the truth. 19 points, balanced hand, 3 no trumps, and that was the contract, okay. So I hope I've showed you that really accurate bidding is very important. The opener needs to describe their hands exactly, and the responder is the one who decides if there is game, where you've got about 25 points between you, or to settle in a part game. Okay, you must stop bidding if you have to just choose that. Sometimes you've only got one of your partners, so unfortunately that's, you know, they just have to play in that. You just have to dip out of the bidding. Now, sometimes when we bid, you and your partner can't find a fit, okay? Ideally, we like to play 8+ cards in a major. That's our favourite thing to do. And if we have game points as well, we're happy as Larry, okay? Sometimes you have a fit in a minor suit, but you have to make 11 tricks for a game in a minor suit. And sometimes you can use that long minor suit in no trumps, providing you've got something in the other suits as well. So it's better, you get more points as well if you get into no trumps than you do playing in a minor. So if you can't find a major fit, both of you have different suits, you know, you're back and forth and you can't agree, there may be a no trump contract. You only need 9 tricks in no trumps. You need 10 in a major, but you only need 9 to get your game bonus in no trumps. So if you're trying to find a game here now, North opens a club, South does never deny a 4-card major. North says 2 hearts. Is that over or under their barrier?
Over.
So it's showing an extra club and at least 4 hearts, all right? Now, South here knows that they have over their barrier, they have 5 clubs, 4 hearts, and 16 points. Okay, so South adds their points to the 16, and they think they should be in game, but they don't have an 8-card fit in any one suit. And so everything depends on the 4th suit, which hasn't been bid, which is the diamonds. So this is the 4th suit, the unbid suit. And if game is possible, this is the same bidding sequence. North knows they've got 16. Sorry, they know North has got 16, and they have 9 as well. So they have to find a game. If South has got 4 hearts, I'd forgotten to say this really last week, then obviously they're going to do the losing trick count, aren't they? If not, South needs to think about no trumps. That's the best thing to do. They don't really want to play in the clubs, if possible, and they'll use those clubs in no trumps. And everything depends on what they have in that diamond suit. So, if as a partnership you can't find a fit, if you want to consider playing in no trumps, 4th suit forcing is an artificial bid made when the partnership has bid 3 suits between them. What you're doing is looking for a no trump contract, and you need to find out what's happening in this 4th suit. So if you think no trumps is possible, actually bidding that 4th suit says, I have not got a stopper. All right. Now, many of you bid that 4th suit when you have got a stopper, because you keep on saying to your partner, I have got this one, then I've got this one. Okay. But it's the 4th suit. So you must think, if your partner bids the 4th suit, they haven't got, if you play 4th suit 14, you haven't got a stopper. If you do have a stopper, you can bid no trumps yourself. Okay, you don't bid the 4th suit if you can stop that suit. So just quickly, a stopper is high cards. So it stops the opposition running that suit, because what you don't want them to do is, if it's your weak suit, then they're going to run that suit. It's going to be their strong suit. So ideally, the best thing is to have 2 of the top 3 cards. That's what I would go for, okay? So you need ace king or king queen or ace queen of the top card. Not good enough is either a singleton king, okay, because that's going to fall to the ace, or something like the queen 8. Or if you haven't got any honours at all, you have not got stoppers in that suit. And then risky is a king supported by the 8, because you might think to yourself, well, that 8 will fall to the ace and I'll win with the king. But if they're very clever playing it, you might have to give up the king, all right? Yeah. And then also queen 9-2, you can't be sure that queen is going to win. So, and it's in that bidding sequence now that we were talking about before, it's South deciding on the 4th suit because they have game, okay? If they're not going to go to game, then they choose from their partner's suit. So if they have got a stopper, they can bid no trumps themselves. If not, they actually bid the diamonds, and here they'd have to bid 3 diamonds, and that literally says, I have no stopper. Have you, all right? And North bids no trumps if they have. If they haven't, then you just have to bid something else, okay? And then, you know, you're in a contract that nobody wants to be in. So just very quickly, what would you do here? Sorry, the 1 heart, then they've done never deny a 4-card major here, 2 diamonds under their barrier. What would you bid here now? The 4th suit is
3 clubs.
Have you got a good stopper in clubs?
No.
You are going to go to try for a game, okay? You've got no clubs, so you ask your partner, you bid the 3 clubs. The 4th suit says, I haven't got a stopper in clubs, have you? And then North will go on to no trumps then if they this one here, 1 club, 1 spade, 2 hearts over the barrier. Okay, here's their 10 points. They are going to be in a game. The 4th suit is diamonds. Have they got stopper in diamonds?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, they've bid over their barrier. Game is possible. South does have a diamond stopper. They will bid 3 no trumps themselves. Do not bid 2 no trumps here. Okay, that's what you tend to do, hoping that your partner will go on to game. All right, you have to do that. You have to bid the game. You've got the points. You're the one deciding. You bid 3 no trumps. And then this one, 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 diamonds under the barrier. Okay, 8 points. Have they got a game?
No.
No. Okay. North has said, I always say 12 points to myself, although it could be 15, but you know, it's no good saying it. South also has only 8 points. North is under the barrier. They have no chance of a game, so the best thing really is to play in the hearts. All right. And by the way, you realise that North, if they had 4 spades, they would have done the losing trick count here. All right, so they don't go showing their 5 and 4 if they happen to have 4 spades. They had longer hearts. They would do the losing trick count. Okay, and you get more points for hearts. So sometimes you can't find a fit. The opener, I hope I've sort of said to you, you must describe your hand accurately. The point, what I think a lot of you have done is you've learned to describe your hand accurately, apart from the ones that did 4-3, 5-3. But responder, you have to realise that they've gone over or under their barrier as well. Okay, it's not just about the opener just doing the rebid, it's about the responder realizing what the rebid actually means. So they tell you about the shape of their hand and they tell you whether they're under or over their barrier. And it's really mostly the responder who's making all the decisions here, okay? They're the ones that are driving it. Have they got points for game? If not, the responder just chooses the best who comes out, and doesn't carry on. They have to play in a part game. And then if the responder thinks game is possible, and then all 3 suits have been bid and they still can't find a fit, what they're doing then is looking for no trumps, and everything would depend on the 4th suit, whether they had a stopper in the 4th suit or not. If they haven't got a stopper, then they will bid that 4th suit saying, I have not got a stopper, and you're asking your partner if they can, because you'd like to play in no trumps. Okay? And 4th suit forcing, it's an artificial bid. You must realise that, because if somebody bids the 4th suit in a partnership, they're not saying I have got cards in that suit, okay? They're saying I haven't got cards in that suit, right? And it's asking their partner, have you got stoppers, can you? And if the partner has, then they can bid no trumps. And then finally, very randomly, I know this is rather odd, but I was reading about Yul Brynner. Do you remember Yul Brynner?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise, but he was a lifelong Liverpool fan. I don't know if you knew that. Also, he never wore aftershave. Was sort of one of the things I was reading about. So, yeah, you'll never walk.
Prosperity.